An interesting feature of physics is that often a process that seems simple and happens rather quickly will involve several different physical principles. Here's an example of that. This is called a ballistic pendulum. I have here a steel ball, and I insert it into this device, which loads the ball against a spring. When I release the spring, it's going to push the ball will fly through the air, it's going to lodge in this pendulum, which is then going to swing upwards. Let's just show you what happens here. So that took less than a second. But now let's think about all the different processes that were involved. All right, so let's think about what happens. The ball is pressed against the spring is released, it expands, pushing the ball flies through the air, and it hits the pendulum. Now let's go back through each part of this process and ask what concept from physics can be used in order to explain what happens. The first part is that the spring expands, pushing the ball. Which idea explains that? Is it conservation of energy, conservation of momentum, Newton's first law, Newton's second law, Newton's third law, or Murphy's law? Second part of the process. The ball is flying through the air, and it hits and lodges with this pendulum, and the two begin to move off together. What idea or concept explains that part of the process? Is it conservation of energy, conservation of momentum, Newton's first law, Newton's second law, Newton's third law, or Murphy's law? And then there's the final part of the process. The ball and the pendulum are moving together, and they move up until the pendulum reaches a maximum angle before coming back down. What idea or concept determines that maximum angle? Is it conservation of energy, conservation of momentum, Newton's first law, Newton's second law, Newton's third law, or Murphy's law? Once you've settled on an idea or a concept that tells you how a certain part of a process works, then and only then should you choose the equations that let you describe it. So now let's think about the moment after the ball has left the spring and is flying through the air until the moment that the ball is lodged within this pendulum and the two are just beginning to fly up together. What equations describe that? I've got 5 candidates for you. And here they are. But there's an extra twist. I've chosen logical notation to describe the various things that appear in these expressions, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to figure that out for yourself too. So which one of these equations is it? The concept that explains what happens when the ball hits this pendulum is conservation of momentum. It's an inelastic collision. The momentum of the ball prior to the collision equals the momentum of the ball and the pendulum just after the collision. So if we take mb to be the mass of the ball and vb naught to be the velocity of the ball just after it leaves the spring but before it hits the pendulum, then that has to equal v1, the velocity of the ball and pendulum moving together, times the total mass. And that, with a little bit of rearrangement, is exactly c. So now, a final challenge for you involving the final stage of this process, but putting several of them together. Let's have a look at this and pay attention to the angle that the ball goes to. So I reset the angle counter to 0. I shoot it off, and it goes to just about 45 degrees. So here is your challenge. Can you figure out what the velocity of the ball was just as it was exiting this first part of the device, just after the spring? I'll tell you a few other values. The height of this pendulum is 30 centimeters. The mass of the steel ball is 76 grams, and the mass of the pendulum is 250 grams. From the 45 degrees, can you figure out the velocity of the ball?